Turn that on.
That circuit's probably not.
Blew that fuse immediately.
Oh, what?
So. Okay, we were getting the big parts mostly hooked up. What we did is we got rid of the bus bars because they just didn't make a lot of sense. They're just sitting over there for what we were doing. So instead we just connected everything directly to the batteries. And so far we have almost all of our reds hooked up. We have red to the battery isolator right down here, red to the big battery shut-off switch right there, which then goes into our charge controller, which will then charge our
Charge your battery.
well, which will then allow the batteries to power a 12 volt when we aren't on shore power. And then our last couple things that we got hooked up, all the negatives are all done, and then we just got to hook up the positive battery to the other battery, and then from the battery to the solar charge controller, which is right over here. So that's just the last couple things that we got to do. We're putting a couple more fuses in, these little fuses that can be reset. But yeah, I think we're getting to the finish line here. What do you think?
Yes. It's starting to look pretty organized.
Yeah, relatively, except for this. We'll clean that up later. So we are going to go for our first test here. We just plugged in the battery, and this is our little remote monitor for the solar array. It says that we have 12.7 volts in our batteries, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that guy's all fired up down there. So now the next thing is we are going to try to turn on the feed to the 12 volt and see if the lights turn on.
Wait, turn it on.
Oh, we don't have a fuse.
No, we don't.
First we gotta put a fuse in it, or else it won't work. Okay, test round 2 with the fuse in. Let's see, currently lights are off. Turn around. Lights are on.
Yay!
Yes, it's working. We did it. High fives.
Yay!
Very nice.
What are we celebrating?
We just hooked all the batteries together.
Woo!
We unplugged it from shore power, and everything worked.
Yay!
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle indeed.
So we have the batteries. Now the thing is running off of the batteries.
Welcome to the underside of the van. We are now running some cabling from the battery up front all the way back down to the electrical stuff that we just installed. And the reason that we're doing that is so that we can charge the batteries in the back, the batteries that I added that put all the lights on, turn the fan on, and charge them when the car is on with the excess energy that's generated in the battery in the front. It's pretty uncomfortable under here, but it's going okay. That's our conduit right there that we're running through most of the length of the van. Okay, so the holes underneath the van that run most of the way from front to back perfectly take 1/2 inch conduit. You might be able to squeeze 3/4 inch in, but it might not make some of those tight corners that really go with 1/2 inch. But that looks really good, and that'll protect it from all the stuff that comes up from the road as well as the heat. So I think that'll be great. Now we just got to drill another hole in the bottom of the van, right back there by where that red cable's poking out of that conduit. Drill a hole back there to bring it up into the van.
Here we go!
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, first I'm just going to go through the wood, and then I'm going to finish on the metal.
Nice. You want to
I
apply
need-
it? Go again!
You ready? Can you see where I popped through?
Nope.
Oh, we got a problem here.
Oh.
What?
You are right about the exhaust, but you can still drill your hole. Just when you come through, don't push.
We were oh, I mean, it's like 6 inches down.
I'll give you 2.
So we drilled a hole right above the exhaust. A little problematic.
this is into.
Okay, we just drilled that hole through the bottom of the van, brought the conduit right up through it, and now we are plugging it in to the battery isolator. Should be done deal after that. Gotta plug in the fuse first.
We're doing a test to see if this will charge Josh's laptop. He's got some important work to do.
Okay, time to see if our little baby inverter can do the trick. Plug that in, turn that on.
That circuit's probably not.
Blew that fuse immediately.
Oh, what?
So it takes more than 15 amps.
Oh.
So I'm taking that on out.
Or is it something backwards?
Blue, yellow. Yellow. Yep, that's me. We're fully plugged in.
Ooh.
Hey, we got lights.
Yay! Charging!
Charges the laptop. Awesome. Talk to me about what you've done so far.
So far, we have all of the pieces cut to support our cabinets.
Nice.
We have the boards cut. That will be the base, the bottom of our cabinets.
Okay.
And these are, of course, the upper cabinets in the kitchen. And that's about it, because we're going to do the doors last just to make sure that they fit perfectly.
This part's quite a bit more precision. We have to, so because of the van curves on the side all the way up, it means that each individual upright has to be a different size than the other ones. And then once we're done cutting the squares out of them, we have to scroll them, like jigsaw them, to make them fit the exact curvature of the side of the van.
This is sort of what we're building. It's going to have a support up here where we put the hinges for our little cabinet doors. And then these are the sides and the bottoms of our cabinet.
Okay, that looks really good. Nice.
I looked at it.
So now we got to move all this stuff back into the garage.
Now we have to clean up. Yep. Then we can go for dinner.
Yay, dinner time.